Check, check. Okay. We are good. Yee. Hi guys, welcome on and welcome on. If you are on Instagram or TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGordonCosplay, and that is where I will be reading chat. So if you want to say something, go over there. Also, you'll get a much better camera angle because you'll be seen from here, as well as I have an overhead camera so y'all can see what I'm working on today, which is actually going to be breastplates. So yeah. And for those on YouTube, hello, welcome back. Glad to see you here. Hi, Kayla, I think, maybe, I probably mispronounced that, I'm sorry. But anybody else watching, lurking, or watching later, hello. And yeah, so excited to be back in streaming. We did this to our second stream since the new year. It's been a lot. So yeah, but today we're gonna be finishing up. I've got a bunch of papers for like 2 more blueprints of breastplates. These are size extra large for female, and then I have my whole stack of 4 male breastplates size extra large that are glued. Like they have the glue on the edges, and I'm ready to assemble them. So once we finish these, I will be working on those. So yeah, but if you are new, love to have you as part of the community. So subscribe to the channel here on YouTube. It is free. So yeah. Do you know your full cosplay lineup for C2? I am only going to be bringing my Seth cosplay for when I'm not a cosplay guest and I'm just an attendee. I typically only bring 1 cosplay, and it's just for fun, like a convention. So I will be competing in it, but the convention is like there for me to have fun because I don't ever go to conventions otherwise, since it's my full-time job. So kind of nice to change things up and not have like a schedule or anything. So I'm excited. Okay, that one. Oh, I need to switch over to the overhead cam. That way y'all can see. But yeah, changing things up because it's a Monday. But in terms of Seth, the full cosplay is done. You can see it a little bit in the background, and I shared the hat today, what it looks like. But it's actually been done for a while now. Just slowly catching up on posting, and last week I just didn't really feel like posting and putting it on just because it's a whole lot of work. So yeah. But I also did a photo shoot with it yesterday, just an indoor one to get just basic front and back pictures so I can add it to my build book, and just a final like test run to make sure everything works. I did a makeup test, which I actually really like the makeup on it. The video with the hat on, that is the makeup that I'm going for. And normally when I show parts of a cosplay, I don't like have makeup tests in them or have a wig on, but in order to wear the hat, I have to wear the wig because it actually has, for people on Instagram, y'all can see it, but there's a black strap and it's actually double-sided Velcro and it goes under the wig. Well, the hat goes on top of the wig, but the Velcro goes under the wig, and it's a pain to put on, to say the least, just because I need a second person to hold it so I can strap it, and then I have to use a comb to pull all the hair out and stuff, and so I was kind of testing it. It works really well, and it sits really nicely, especially with how heavy it is, so yeah. But yeah, welcome on. Hey Adam, how are you doing? Glad to see you're back. And Megan, welcome on. I'm doing well. Hope y'all are doing well. This way. I am just happy to be working on foam right now, honestly. And like patterning. Just Seth took 5 months And I kind of didn't do anything else in the meantime. So yeah, it's nice to change it up because typically when I work on things, I have like 3 or 4 projects at once. But when I was doing Seth, it was only Seth, and it was a lot, especially for me being so ADD, and like it was hard to focus on just one project. Oof. Hi. I appreciate the copy pasta onto all the platforms as a comment. Love the support. I mean that sincerely. You're good? Glad to hear. Yeah, doing okay. Still tired though. The cats were a bit of a hassle last night. Yuki just finished her time being in heat, and so she's a little more spicy and doesn't want Nami near her. Like the first 1 or 2 days after, she gets very leave me alone. So every time Nami tried getting on the bed, there would be a little kitty battle at my feet. And then Nami, I look at her because she's like laying upside down right now on my keyboard. By the way, if things start going weird for some reason, it's probably because she pressed a button. She does that a lot. But she likes to, when she gets bored, like she'll sleep on top of my head on the pillow. Is very cute. Like I'm mama cat to her. But she gets bored in the middle of the night and decides to climb the headboard all the time. And that's the sign to, okay, time to kick you out. But she kept running under the bed during the same process. So it was like, okay, well, I'll just lay back in the bed, and then she'd come back and do it again, and then hide, and it's like, grump, 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 I want sleep. And then also just tired from the shoot yesterday, so. Yeah. But, bonjour. Okay, now we're just gonna cut them, and then we'll do the other one, and then we will get out the foam and start assembling the pieces I already have glued. There is 2 pieces of the foam that I'll have to look at because when I was gluing I noticed I didn't label 2 sections that needed to. It'll make more sense when I get the foam out. But I have to figure out what those pieces are so that way, like the labeling, so that way I can add it to the pattern. Which is the whole reason why I do this before I make them released on my website, is to basically make sure that they work. So if they work, then they'll be added. If they don't, then I fix it and we go again. So yeah. Hi Honey Fro, welcome on. Are you going to release patterns yourself? I am. But not until after C2. Just because this is a competition piece, and so typically with competition pieces, I release them once the full costume is built, just because I don't want other people already using them when I haven't got to showcase it, I guess. But if it's a non-competition piece, so basically this is probably my last competition. So going forward, most patterns will be released once I'm finished with that piece. So yes, will be coming. You just have to wait like half a month? Yeah? But in total, I already have it on my website. They're just hidden so the public can't get them yet. There is in total 9 patterns in 1 blueprint. And then, because it was so much, there's so much stuff, especially with, like, the long train, ugh. And then, I think, I haven't added the CAD files yet, but I believe there's going to be 4 CAD files. And I will have her turning fork as well, but that one I have to figure out the pricing because that one's like super complicated, and then I have to go through and mark like because I made it does come apart, but I used a bunch of different sizes of carbon fiber tubing as well as clear acrylic rods, and that one's going to be a little bit harder for me to list just because I'm going to have to say like this part goes here, this one goes here. So that one will probably come farther down the line, but it will come eventually. So yeah. You just kind of keep thinking comments at the time, so you figured, what the hell, copy pasta? No, I get it. I do that too. But I like it though, because then it helps with the engagement on all of the platforms. I do that when I'm announced for like guesting at conventions or a collaboration thing. I copy pasta whatever my comment is on each of their social medias. So. Hi Angry, how are you doing? It's been a bit. About to ask what you were making, but then I read the video name. Oh, good. Yeah, these, so we're doing breastplates today. So these are more, my goal is to do a wide sizing of basic breastplates. And right now, these are female ones, size extra large, that I'm just cutting out the pattern parts. And then once I'm done cutting them out, they will be put to the side. And I have a whole pile of already cut out and already glued pieces of foam that just need to be assembled. And those are my male breastplates, 4 of them, size extra large. So once this is all done, we'll switch over to that. But yeah. And then in terms of breastplates, we now have for our collection 4 of each of the sizes. For female, we have size, after these are done, size small, large, extra large, and double extra large. So I just need to do medium. And then in terms of male, after the set is done, we will have size medium, large, and extra large. Ideally, I would like to do a small and a double extra large for male breastplates, but I have to find people to help with sizing on that, like, because I've been copying people's bodies to make sure they fit. With doing basic foam breastplate patterning, it's not as easy as like just shrinking it down, just because foam thickness and changing it so it all fits correctly. So I've been kind of a little bit more slow with getting these on, just because I really want to make sure that everybody can use it in the community. So yeah, but happy to get more done, and then we'll be working on coming up after these are done. Finally, the basic wing harnesses. I know y'all have been asking for years from me, and I finally am going to do it. And I'll be doing 2 different versions. One will be a lightweight wing harness, and I will be making them for PVC pipe instead of CPVC pipe. I prefer CPVC pipe because I just find it easier to work with. But what I have been hearing from the community, especially for international people that aren't in the US, like over in Europe, is they don't really have that material. They only have PVC. So I'm going to be changing up how I do these harnesses specifically for PVC, where past ones have always been for CPVC. Different materials, similar, different materials, different sizing, slightly. So hopefully y'all will like that. But yeah, one will be a lightweight wing harness, and then one will be for a more heavy duty, like heavier Lilith size wing harness. And I'll be doing 2 wing examples for that as well. So one will be, we'll be doing Mercy wings with the wing extensions, and then we'll be doing for the smaller one, oh, what's her name? Honey Fro, I know you can help me with this because you always are my savior when it comes to anime names. She's a dragon maid. She's got the little horns like that, and she's in like the maid costume, and she's got the dragon tail, and she's got the black small wings, and she's always trying to get the girl that she lives with to eat her tail. It's always on a plate. I don't remember her name, but I decided I'm gonna be doing those wings for the smaller version. So yeah, love the anime, terrible with names, but that's the plan. Oh, and in terms of the Mercy, it's gonna be the original Overwatch 2 Mercy wings. So none of the special skins, just the original one. I figured that would be the best for a example for if anybody wants to do any type of Mercy wing. That one would be a good basic one that they could follow and then kind of customize it to their own skin afterwards, whatever Mercy or whatever wings that they want to do. So yeah, that's kind of where we're starting. Yay, good luck on the aw, thank you, I appreciate it, Jijing. Yeah, I'm a bit behind on reading, sorry. YouTube always has a slight delay as well, so it's never that great on that, but yeah. I just keep missing the streams and maybe gaming, of course. Oh, it's all good. I actually, besides last week, had not streamed since November. I took off just because of health and just working on Seth, and it was too hard to stream a lot of the parts because I was either in different rooms or just, it was too hard to put it on camera. A little bit of a big cosplay, so yeah. But yeah, is anybody working on anything themselves? Any new cosplays or any personal work that y'all are doing? I have not been up to date on what y'all are making. Hi Matthew, welcome on. Yeah, my world has been nothing but just cosplay work as always. And then I've been playing, I've been sucked into a 2-Point Museum. I'm already 100 hours into it. Every single one of the museums I have at 5 stars, except for the ghost one, I'm at 4. So yeah, I've been a little crazy with it. And then just watching my shows as always. Hat must have taken an entire room by itself. It's been laying on the floor most of the time. Now that it's finished and I have the attachments for the head, it's actually sitting, oh, you can't see it on here. But it's sitting on my mannequin's head. So it's out of the way, thank goodness. But it took so much room, and I actually, so people remember the original part 1 of how I made the hat? That got tossed. I 100% remade the hat from that point because I was just unhappy with it, and I also used, so for the green hat, so y'all can see here and here, I'm gonna point on Instagram because it's easier, but the green hat part and then the white hat trim, I used the wrong white fabric there. For all of the detailed trim like that, I had been using a cream scuba fabric, and I used white cotton because that was what I was using for the background of all of my gems and the little detail emblems. And I just forgot. So I used the wrong material and I was like so mad, and every time sitting here in the studio, I'm just like, grump. I didn't want to work anymore, and I finally realized it's because I don't like that. So I just tossed it and I redid it 100%. I'm much happier with it now, and yeah, so. Sorry a bit late, but it is Toru? Maybe? Thank you, Honey Pro. Yeah, all good. I knew you would come to my rescue. If I ever do like an anime trivia, I want you on my team. I'll know I'll know all of them, but I can't tell you the name of them. I can tell you what it's about in a butchered way in my Taglish. Oh yeah, I hope your health stuff turned out well. I mean, I'm still up and down. So for those that don't know, I have stage 4 endometriosis, and I had surgery last July to remove the cyst. Even though you have surgery, you will forever have endometriosis. It doesn't go away. They just removed the giant softball size, basically tumor that was around all of my organs and attached to every other thing, and I have tons and tons of scar tissue. And I was doing okay, I was recovering fine, but I think it was like around October I started having issues again. And I think I had another cyst come and it ruptured, which actually for cysts it is good if they rupture, because that means they can drain, it goes away. It's not like another mass inside of you, and when it gets to a certain size, you have to have surgery again. And I can't have surgery again, basically, just because my insides are so fucked up. But yeah, so I ended up having another kind of small procedure, not a surgery, but just like a small procedure kind of thing. And that was a month ago. Actually, I have a follow-up appointment tomorrow for it. So I've been kind of recovering from that, but I'm still in, like, every other day is like, some days I'm good, some days I'm in massive pain. And then I also have now, besides taking Advil, but I also have now, which feel free somebody to correct me what it's called, but it's like an electrotherapy kind of thing, and basically it's these 4 little suction cup things that I stick to me, and then I zap myself for like 40 minutes, and it helps. It's been helping so much. Like, this is where my cyst was, but on my ovary, and basically every time I'm in pain I just put that on and I'm just like, oh, I can live again. But it's so bad because, so I had my spouse try it. He can feel it on power 1. I don't start to feel even a tingle until power like 4 or 5, and when I wear it, I'm normally wearing it at like power 9 out of 10. So yeah, but 'tis life. I always am going to live in pain, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out ways to cope with it and to manage, and that's life. But it's also kind of interesting just to realize, like, I've been dealing with this my entire life. And all of these problems, which I've had problems with this since I was in high school. I graduated in 2010. I am an old fart. Yes. And so I've been dealing with that for so many years, like 15 years to get diagnosed. Oof. So yeah, it's been quite different. But yeah, most days are okay. Yesterday, so I did a photo shoot with Seth, just in the house. And I was doing fine all day, and then once I started putting on the costume, it wasn't because of the costume, but I was already feeling like after I had the makeup on, I was like, oh, I'm feeling pain again, and all of this. So I still went through all of it, but oh, I was in so much pain, and like my tummy was so swollen and just like, ugh. But I'm happy it's done. I got the pictures I needed. I'm making sure when I go to C2 I bring my zapper, so if I'm having problems I can just go sit in the corner and just like have my wires sticking out with my little electrocutor thingy and just like zap in the corner to come to life. Oh. So yeah, that's life, unfortunately. Kind of addicted to Once Human. I looked into that. I really wanted to play it. I ended up getting the beta, and I never played it. And then it went full release, and I never played it, and it was more of, there was some issues with it that I was watching. I don't really remember, but I was watching a lot of streamers play it at the time, and I don't know, I mean, we know I love zombies, but I just kind of was like, meh. So yeah. That's correct. Okay, awesome. I know, more power! Do not hook a car battery to it with level 10 stops working. Oh, come on! I need the extra zaps to keep me going. The nice thing though is, since my spouse is in the Air Force and everything, so I have everything covered money-wise for my medical, because the Air Force has military amazing medical. Everything's free. So like my surgery for the cyst and everything, like everything that I've done for this would have been probably around like $28,000. I don't have that kind of money, so it's all free, thank goodness. And then the electro stuff is all free too through it, and they're supposed to send like every month replacement batteries, and like it's cool, they're just normal batteries. And then new suction cup thingy bobbers. I have no idea what to call it, but yeah, so that's that. Okay, this one is cut. Ouch! Let me just stack them all correctly. And then I have one more to tape together, and then we'll start doing all of the foam. And that didn't take too long. And I will put it over here. Actually, do I have one more or do I have two more? Which one is this? No, I should have two more. No, one more. Urgh, which one is this? 50, okay, one more. Sorry. Crazy in my head. Okay, so here is our last one. Ooh, size extra large. Boop, 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 boop. Cheers, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you're enjoying the stream. If you are on TikTok or on Instagram, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and that is where I am reading chat. So go over there if you want to say something. And if you're here on YouTube, subscribe. Welcome to the community. Alright. Hashtag not sponsored by Dr. Pepper. One day. Okay. A tracker battery. Or a tractor. Oh my. Cries in 03. No, it's okay. It's okay. I still get AD'd all the time for like just getting plasti dip. And the people at the stores question me because they don't think I look 18. I'm just like, But I will say, I do look, since the surgery and stuff, I've aged a bit. So. Oh, that reminds me also, we should have a convention announcement this week. Surprise! It's a surprise to me too. So yeah, no idea when it will be announced, but it should be announced this week at some point. And it's a place I never thought I'd be going. So I'll say that, and that's it. That's it! When you zap yourself, is it possible to hold a light bulb and turn it on and off? I have not tried. I do know not, so I can't feel it with my hands when I'm zapping, but Nami can feel it. She will lay on me where it's being zapped, and I think she thinks I'm purring. So like a mama cat kind of thing, and it's really cute. But otherwise she doesn't lay on me. So it's kind of like, huh. Y'all are funny. How have you been, Caspian? Are you still at the same workplace, or did you end up finding a new one? I know a long time ago you were looking, but I didn't know if you ended up finding something or not. Since it's been a few months since I talked to you. Sad day. No, Honeyfro. Honeyfro, you're younger than all of us. Yeah. Because I look like a middle schooler and are as tall. That's why I'm always in stiletto heels in cosplay. When we were filling out the forms for C2, they wanted to know, like, information of, like, this, that, and that. That may make it slightly difficult to wear the costume. Like, I'm in platform stiletto heels. I think, like, the platform's, like, what, 2-3 inches, and then the heels are, like, 7 or something. Most of my cosplays are 4 to 5 inch heels. Like, always. Mandatory. Doesn't matter if the character is in heels or not, because I am a short person. Most people when they meet me, they think I'm super tall, and then they come and they're like, yeah. Nope, not Cleveland. Hi, LAC. Welcome on. Write it down. Not yet. Sorry, I gotta respond to this. I don't know if it's messing up the other stream. Hopefully that didn't mess up the stream. Sorry. My manager, so gotta respond to that. Daniel, thank you for the resub of 38 months. I really appreciate it. Much love. While Daniel appears, while Daniel uses resub, it's super effective. How have you been? Sorry. Trying not to multitask with 3 different streams going on, talking to my manager, making a cosplay, writing things down. Blah, 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 blah. Life. Where was I? Ah, yes. Bonjour. First time on your stream, well, welcome. Yeah, we are currently working on some patterns right now, just cutting them out. These are basic female breastplate patterns, size extra large. And once they are done, I will add them to my website. And then once we're finished cutting this last one out, we will be gluing together all of our male breastplate ones, which are already cut. They're already glued. I just have to assemble them. So that will be the next step. But I wanted to get this done so it's out of the way because I had already halfway done it yesterday or 2 days ago, and I didn't want another pile of partly completed, partly in the process of cutting stuff. Yeah. But yeah, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. It is free here on YouTube, and I appreciate the support. And you can check out all of the other tutorials I have. So yeah. No new job, but got to fire the person who was making life miserable, so things are going pretty good. Health-wise is good too. Doctor says meds are helping. Ooh. Well, good on both ends. Happy to hear that. I know you were at one point pretty miserable. At least when we talked about it a long time ago. So glad to hear things are up and up. Especially with health. Yeah. I've had one of my friends messaged me yesterday about health stuff too for them, and it's like, why is everybody starting to break? Rumor has it Tiffany needs stilts to be average height. You know, I have looked into stilts. I have. But yeah. One day, so one of the dream cosplays that I want to make next, because Seth was my dream cosplay since I first started cosplaying back in 2008. Because this is actually my 4th Trinity Blood cosplay. I made Ava Night Road, I made Esther, and I made Sister Kate back in the day. And so yeah, that was dream cosplay since then. And I was like, where am I going with this? But one that I would really like to make is from Full Metal Alchemist. I want to make Alphonse's suit. Yeah, so that's the next dream build, giant silver armor suit, and I want to make it where it's life size, where when you take off the head, like, you don't see his head. So I have to make it like super larger than life, and I'd have to make it on stilts. Most likely not for me to wear, for somebody else to wear. But I would like to do that one day. One day it's on the list. It's on the list. Harass me about it to get me to keep thinking about it. Okay? Okay. So yeah. Okay, now we will start taping. But you always multitask? I know. Hola, on Zoom? On Zen? Welcome on. Hope you're doing well. You're making a Seth cosplay too, that's why your channel opens up on your feed. Ah, nice! Well, welcome. Yeah, my Seth and I actually have just finished it, so I'm really happy it is done. I have like a bunch of shorts you can watch on it right now. That's kind of the only stuff I have out, but I'll be showing the full cosplay reveal when I go to C2, which is, I think C2 is on the 10th next month, something like that. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is next month is like super busy for me because I have 2 conventions. I have Air Force duty stuff of being like having to help with things, and Yuki is finally getting fixed, so I've got to monitor her and help her and make her feel better. and it's just gonna be a bit crazy. Also C2, it's a half vacation too. So like I'm doing C2, but then I'm also staying there for like a couple of extra days or something. Our first vacation in like forever. Because normally when I do like conventions, I only arrive like the morning of or like the night before, and then I leave like once it's done because I only do it for work most of the time. So it's been a lot. But yeah. Life-size Voltron. No. No. I did. Oh, what was it? It was a mecha game. The giant robots that some streamer on Twitch was playing it, and it's where you. It's one of the traditional ones, but it was like either a Chinese one, but the builds, the giant mech warriors that had wings and were shiny, and it made me sit there for a little bit that I wanted to cosplay. So yeah, I'm sorry, Nami, I didn't mean to wake you up. Rio, welcome on. How are you? Are you still doing still working at Hobby Lobby? If so, I hope it's all going well. Y'all will probably start getting a bit more customers in for sewing. Write it down. And thank you for the resub, legendary resub of 37 months. I really appreciate your support. My son. Write it down. It's like I have to remember how you changed your name. Wait, with an S or no? With an S. Okay. You're still gonna be real. I'll be the only one that calls you that, but you're still real to me. Not the same dress, and it's actually your 5th Training Bed cosplay. 3rd. Oh wow! But yeah, I like finding new cosplay content. Mine is the one where she is her hanging throne with. Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I went back and forth between different ones, but this one, the one that I currently did was, I really think it's like somebody. So you have the main black and white image, which was from like their. Was it from one of their books, or was it promotional cards? Like each person, each character in the show had it. I really think some fan just got it and retraced it, because it's actually different. The colored image is different from the black and white. It's a different type of pattern for the sleeves, the details on the ruffles, and then in the skirt are completely different. They're similar, really similar, but they are a completely different design. So I think somebody ended up like doing it as a fan art. I could not find the origins of it. I looked everywhere, but I ended up going with the colored version of where she's standing there and she only has the one giant turning fork instead of the 2. So yeah, that's the image I went with. But I love all of them. I really like her simplistic ones with just like the fairy wings too. Just, you know, I'm a little biased. I like fairy wings. Yeah. We are on 11, so let's go to the next page. Okay. I always have, when I do my patterns, I always do the first page of all my patterns. I have this layout, so it helps so you know which piece connects to which. So I constantly am looking at that. No! Tink. Yep, just had your lunch break. Nice! But where's my portion? You know I like food. Are you working on any new costumes too? I don't remember. I know you finished the Gundam, but I can't remember if you shared something that new you're working on. I've been kind of like hit or miss in Discord lately with stuff I'm working on. That one's the next page. It should be 10 connects to 15. Whatcha is this one? Yeah, I changed Pokemon. Hopefully the sound is okay to your liking. If not, then I will see you on the Instagram, because I know you switch over to that. At this point, you're used to being called real? Yeah. The tarot cards, thank you, have been released once in black and white, and then Thor's colored some, but some fans did the same, so I don't know exactly which one he used. Yeah. Oh, it's okay. I already finished the costume. I have one of Thor's art books. I have the... Ooh, I think it's the black one. I know there's like a red one too, but I don't have that one. The tarot card ones were not, like, I had not seen them until like recent stuff, so. But yeah, I used to be a diehard fan of it. It has been many years. I ended up rewatching it again just because I was like, I want to remember this. But I remember when it first came out, the anime, when I was in high school, and I would watch it every night on, I think it was Adult Swim at the time. I don't think it was Toonami yet, but on Cartoon Network. And so I was watching that, and then I would, one of my friends that were also anime nerds, because back then most people didn't know I liked anime. Secret closet, Waja. But I would go over to her house, and she had the box set, so we ended up watching it all the time. And originally we were supposed to do a collaboration of, like, we were all gonna cosplay different characters. I was the only one that made it, so yeah. Whatever. Kind of started me though with everything. It's like, technically Misa from Death Note was my first cosplay I made, but that one was like half store-bought from like parts from Goodwill, like a skirt and a shirt, and then I sewed lace and stuff, and I had blonde hair already, so I just used my own hair. And then so that one, like, yes, it was my first that I made, but I don't count it as like my first true made cosplay. My first one that I necessarily count as being made from scratch was from Trinity Blood. It was Sister Kate, and that one was the my first competition I entered, and that won best craftsmanship at it at IkiCon, whatever year that was. I think that would have been 2009 ish. And Yayahan was a judge, surprisingly. That one was crazy. Just the convention itself with how chaotic and things. But I had hand sewn 100% of it, and I did the Thor's art book version, so I had all of the crosses and the hand sculpted decorative pieces and things. And my grandma was she grew up sewing and stuff, and she saw that I had went and I had sewn zippers by hand, and she freaked out on that and was like, no one should ever have to hand stitch a zipper. So she ended up getting me my first sewing machine. So yeah, that was a Singer. I used that one for many, many years, but it died. I destroyed it really bad. Self-taught sewing, gone wrong. But yeah, so that's kind of how I got my first sewing machine. I know nobody asked, but that's where I went with the conversation. So, yep. I'm just gonna cut this because that's in the way. Some issues with the costume, so you're fixing those. Also working on Aragon, Zoro, and I started a special holiday project. Ooh. Are you holiday project as in Holiday Matsuri? or just a holiday project? Yes, the cards are the red ones. Okay, yeah, I didn't have that one. Hides and weep stickers. Yeah. Which one does this connect to? Not that. It's like all of these are like partial. Oh, I didn't even take that one. My bad. Drifter. Holiday Mystery. Ha! Guessed it. I never did ask people that went last year how they thought it went. Because wasn't it at the new location, I think? I don't know. One day I'll go back to it. Only thing is, I don't like Christmas. So that's a little bit of a problem. But we can get around that. Yeah, your mom calls sewing chaotic. Yes. Well, it's like being self-taught, because how I learn, I don't like being told what to do, just in general. So when somebody tells me you cannot do it this way, I'll never do it that way. Like, it's just because of military, like, background with my family and stuff. Being a military brat, basically. With not having my parents in the military, but technically yes, but it's complicated. I've always just been like, if you tell me no, then I won't. Like, nope, not happening. So I would rather, like, I won't know why necessarily. So I would rather learn why I can't do that and it fails so I can learn from it and figure out how to fix it and how to do basically my loopholes on it. And that's how I've always done with like all of my type of art that I've ever made. And so I like doing that approach, and I taught myself to sew. I would mimic looking at clothing and trying to figure out what stitch it was on my sewing machine and kind of try to get the same effect. And I'm still learning. I don't consider myself like that great at sewing. I'm just good at figuring out how to do and mimic certain things to look good. I don't really know. Like, I'm terrible, especially with names. I'm terrible with names of fabrics and things. It's just how it is. So yeah. But I like being self-taught. I've sewn so much with my original sewing machine. So I used to hand make paper, and I would do. So I actually have a degree, a studio art degree, a bachelor's degree in fibers and weaving. So basically paper making and sewing, but it's not really paper, or not really sewing too much, but I created my own technique. So we learned in college, my undergrad, how to make basic sheets of paper using abaca, which is a banana pulp leaf. So like the leaves of a banana plant. And we'd grind it up and basically put it in a giant blender and process it, and then you could use that to make paper. Or there's cotton lentil, which is basically cotton finely grained and everything, the fluffy part. And I created a technique where I ended up making these canvases that were like 4 feet by 4 feet. And if you know what the wall texture sprayers are, I would hook that up to a compressor, and I would put all of my abaca material, so the banana pulp leaves, in there, and I would actually spray it in sheets, and I would do probably about 20 layers. And in Texas this was fun because it was stupid hot, so the layers dried really fast. So I just sit outside for a full day and make sheets of paper. And once it had that texture, I was able to peel it off of the canvas that I had made, and I'd have this large sheet of paper. And then from that, I'd also would like color it, because abaca is like this kind of a light, very, very light peach color, where cotton lentil was white. And I would end up either dyeing it with my own mixing dye. I don't even remember how I did it. Did I use RIT? I might have used RIT, and I watered it down, and I had a spray bottle because it would soak into it. That's how I made the sheets of paper. And from that, I would use that as my fabric. So instead of sewing with fabric, I sewed with paper, and so I made large paper dresses out of the paper and done a bunch of different things. So my thesis for my undergrad was all inspired by Marie Antoinette and the male gazes that she was given in the different stages of her life. And so I made these 8 feet ball gowns I ended up bending steel rod and making hoop skirts out of that. And that one's finished. I'm like really trying to stay focused, but not focused. Doing that, and I would make these paper skirts, and then I also did metal smithing, and that's what I kind of did a little bit for my graduate work. So doing a bunch of corsets out of metal. So some of them I did cast lace, where I would actually cast lace into bronze, and then I would solder it all together to make lace paper that then I would cut into fabric, saw into fabric. Or I actually ended up doing where I would, I did a plaster cast of my breast, and I ended up casting it in bronze, and then I did some out of copper and handmade copper flowers and this and that. So yeah, I don't know how I got on this topic. I'm sorry, I went on a tangent. Y'all get to hear about my life many years ago, apparently. So yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Y'all know more about me now. There you go. Holiday monthsary. Yeah. I'd like to say you fell in love with your couple Roxy cosplay that you did. Oh, well, thank you and welcome. Yeah, I still I have, let's see, I just released 2 tutorials. I think they're members only right now for Roxy. So there's a hat, and then there is her staff, and then I'm a little bit behind. So I have one more coming on her full brown jacket dress with the sailor collar and then the corset wrap. So if you're interested in making your own, that will be coming soon tutorial wise, but otherwise the patterns are already on my website. But yeah, I appreciate the support and welcome. Which one is this? This is this. Yeah, okay. You heard they moved to the new venue last year? Yeah. From things that I saw just on social media, there was like a bunch of empty space, which is good for them to grow into, but I don't really know much else. Bit Tiff Christmas food is the best. Forgot about Spirit in the Tree and gifts and food. No, I just bad experiences with a kid that grew up in a divorced family. Christmas was always the worst time. Lots of fighting. So I was not a fan of Christmas. I kind of like it more, but now that I don't have family near, it's a lot better because I'm not having to deal with all of that. Yeah, I can just be a hermit and stay home, or better yet, just go to the beach. I love my beach Christmas. I miss that in Texas. Like the last 2 years, I think, when I was living there, we did a beach Christmas where we don't do Christmas. We just go there, get away from people. It was great. I liked it a lot. Nebraska doesn't have a beach. Sad day. Okay, this one should be this, I believe. Hallmat was fun this year, but it was really spaced out and difficult to find at events. I'll be back this summer. Oh, okay. Yeah, feel free. Tell us more. I'd love to hear more about how it was. Because, yeah, I heard it was spaced out. I heard there was, like, a bunch of confusion with lines and just, like, kind of things just everywhere. Oh, and also that it wasn't, like, when I guested at it, I am still alive. Why are you trying to turn off? Unveil. Grump. Let me try again. I'm bad at the puzzle piece. Okay. We work. But when I guested there, I guess it was like 2020 maybe? I don't know. It's been a long time. They had stuff running all night long. But I know that this place, they had like a certain cutoff time where they couldn't do stuff, and I know that killed a bunch of things. I got a bubble in this one. It's okay, I'll fix it later. Gotta go back to work, have a spectacular day. Thanks for stopping by, Real, and hope you have a good worky work experience, and hopefully you don't have any grumpy customers coming in demanding the fabric. Blacksmithing and ball gowns sounds like a TLC project. Yeah, I did a lot. I miss it. Like, people don't know that about me. They just think I do this, and it's like, no, I've got backgrounds in education, and like, I know how to weld, I know how to solder, I know how to work with all types of metal, aluminum, copper, bronze, gold, silver, because I used to be a jewelry smith too. I used to be a designer for James Avery in Texas, and so I had a full-on degree and a job before I quit that and did this full-time. Making paper, sewing, painting, drawing, all of that. So I love airbrush painting now, but in college, you're forced to, whatever degree you have, to take different types of classes. I loved watercolor, but I do not watercolor correctly. Because, oh, I'm not fancy. I like to do it my own way. And the teachers hated that. Even though I've won awards for it. Oh well, that's another thing. But, that, and then I had to take oil painting classes. I hate oil painting. Oh, I hate, like, I really hated painting in school just because of the teachers. Like, high school, loved art. I was in every single one. I was in all the fine art classes and whatnot. Got to college. Nope. The professors were just, it's their way. It's the only way. You have to do it to be like this and that and like, meh, meh. But when I found airbrush painting, it was like the brick wall that was like, had tons of barbed wire around it and tons of wood and stuff like blocking it had just been ripped apart, and like the holy light came through the door, and I was just like, I love airbrush painting. That's my favorite thing now. So that, like, when it comes to making costumes and stuff, I think airbrush painting is my favorite. As long as it's not stupid cold outside. Because I hate painting in the cold in the basement, like all bundled up and having to work back and forth between my heater and the compressor and the vent and this and that. But yeah. Oh, you can come to Taco Land and have beaches. I know, I wish. You know more. I wish. the damn budget. It made total sense, by the way, when you told me that. So yeah. welcome to the channel, and welcome to the community. If anybody else is new, press that subscribe button. Also like the video too, it kind of helps with the algorithm, since I have not streamed in a very long time, besides last week. It was a few months. But yeah, I'm trying to restream again every single week. Obviously, there'll be sometimes I can't because of conventions and life and whatever. But really trying to do it now that I'm not working on a competition piece anymore. Also, side note, Seth, so besides wanting this being a dream cosplay, since I was like my first cosplays ever made, I actually was supposed to do this for another competition. I'm not supposed to talk too much about it, so I will be very vague, but right after I finished Lilith 2 years ago, it's now 2 years-ish, kinda, like a month later, I was supposed to go and compete with it overseas for a certain thing. But it got canceled, so I never started the cosplay fully. That's why I bought the fabric for it like 2 years ago. And for those that know welcome to the community! Yee! More people! That's why, for those that know about the problems I had with making Seth, I talked about it a long time ago, but the green fabric for Seth, I actually used 3 different green fabrics. Because the main fabric that I used when I bought it at the time, I bought all of the fabric at the store, and I was like, oh, well, I'll come back like in the next week or two, or order it online, and then the place that I was supposed to compete, it got canceled, so I was like, oh, well, I'm just gonna put this cosplay on hold. And so I kept all the fabric, obviously, and I didn't look at it again until like a year later, and the fabric got discontinued, so I didn't have enough, but I used it for like the main structural piece. It was a kind of heavy weft, or heavy weave, sorry, and so then I had to use a different type that matched color-wise and looked very similar. So the hat and the jacket part, not counting the sleeves, are one type of green. And then the sleeve part, the dangly part, and the train, the very large train, are another type of green. And the replacement green fabric that I used, because I had to match it, it was a funky green, it was very hard, and it wouldn't be able to dye. Like, I would not have been able to match it trying to color fabric. For all of the lining that I used for the jacket, so like the inside fabric, it's another green too, because the replacement green that I had is so thin and so just like, it had no structure and it rips so easily, so I had to do like this, I think I used like a cotton or something. It was something I had left over from my Lone Wolf Hanzo cosplay many years ago. When did I make that? Like 2016 maybe? And I had scrap fabric enough to do that part, so I have a lot of different types of fabric with this cosplay. Yeah. But yeah, if you're on Instagram or on TikTok, I'm actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGordonCosplay, and that is where I'm reading chat and I am answering questions. So go over there, it is free, go and subscribe, and you can find all of my tutorials on how I make cosplays. And today we are working on basic breastplate patterns right now. These are female ones, size extra large, and then once I'm done finalizing these last, cutting them out, paper patterns, then we will move to the foam, which we'll be switching over to male basic patterns, size extra large, and those we will start assembling because they're already cut. I already put glue on all of the edges that need to be put together, and then we'll just start assembling. So should be fun. we'll see if I continue talking of things. So yeah. Rumor says Tiff tried to reforge the One Ring to rule the cosplay world. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna pile it here. And Nami's been so good. She's actually been in the room the entire time. She's, so I have my standing monitor here, and then my 2 phones here, and then my keyboard's over there. But, she's laying there, trying not to press buttons, hopefully. Both the kitties are really good at pressing buttons. And, like, muting my stuff, turning the sound all the way down, or just restarting my computer. Apparently there is a button on the keyboard that restarts it completely, so yeah. Discontinued the wooden letters have like, ooh, yeah. It's like, typically when I buy fabric in general, I buy a lot. Like, more than what I need. Just because I'm pretty much prototyping everything that I make, because I'm making patterns for them as well. And I'm always like, well, if I can't get this fabric, I want to have extra. And I do use all of it. Like, I'll have leftovers, but I use them for other projects and stuff. Or if I have the cosplay and I need to repair something, or because I've gotten larger in size because I am older and because of medicine that I'm on that gains weight and things like that because of all the procedures and surgeries and stuff, I can go back and add fabric, because that's what happens for some of my other cosplays. And like, when I did the dress-up video for my Arcane Jinx, that cosplay does not fit anymore, and I luckily still had the fabric that I had designed for that cosplay. I had enough to add to the pants to kinda make it work again. So yeah, but that cosplay will not be worn again. It is dead. I would have to remake. V's became A's and R's became P's. Oh. You could do that if you get a P, and then if you get an I, you could cut it at a certain angle and add it at the bottom. Or if you were saying a P, you cut off the bottom and it comes in a P, or cut off the R to come a P. Yeah, however you say that. Something like that, right? But yeah, that's also why I don't necessarily say for my patterns how much material you need for making it, just because a lot of times I don't know offhand because I bought so much and this and that, and I know depending on the type of fabric you get from whatever store, they're in different, like, yes, a yard is the same, but the thickness, the width of the yard is different from stores to stores. It's like for making, like, faux fur. When I bought my fabric for the faux fur from Hobby Lobby, I ended up, I think, using only 2 yards because each yard was like a yard this way, but it was more than 4 yards width. So it's like, well, it was 2 yards for me to make it. Like, it doesn't, like, I can't really, like, help you otherwise, because some people, I know this because I got a lot of comments on it for my Ari tail tutorial, the 9 tails or whatever, and they're like, I don't understand how it can be only this many yards. It's like, well, that's how the fabric was. So yeah. That, and also if people adjust, if they make it like, this is for my size, but if they want to make it for somebody a different size, they're gonna have to figure out how much extra fabric, because they're gonna have to change the pattern and yada yada. So, and I'm not advanced in that, unfortunately. No, good girl. Oh, so I have, anime-wise, I have started back into season 2 of Apothecary Diaries. A little late on restarting it, just because I was like preoccupied with other stuff, but yeah. Watched maybe 2 episodes of the 2nd season so far. And then still hardcore obsessed with solo leveling. No spoilers. No spoilers. That is probably my favorite show right now. And I can't wait till it's all out. Like I'm up to date with the subbed, or no, sorry, the dubbed. No. Subbed. It's in Japanese with the text is subbed. Yes. I always confuse those. And then once I watch all of it, I'm going to wait for all of the English version to come out, and then I'll rewatch the season again, because I always love doing that with like animes that I'm really obsessed with. I did that with Apothecary Diaries too, and it just helps me to understand so much more, just because I am a slow reader, and I do miss quite a bit when I'm reading it, watching it, kind of thing. So yeah. But the fight scenes are love it. I always compare solo leveling to when Full Metal Alchemist was first premiering. That's how I see it for me. It's a mix of that and then also partly Attack on Titans. So if you combine those two of like the feeling of when it first came out, that's how I feel. And I have not had that in a long time for animes, so. Just become Tiff size and all patterns work. Not necessarily. My sizes are off. I'm getting closer to being more average size though. But my proportions are a little weird. I actually have pretty long legs, but I have a stumpy, like, short torso section. And it causes problems. Whatever you do, never listen to German dub. The pain, I tell you. Ooh, I kind of want to then. It was, what was it? Agretsuko. I love that show about the office red panda. It was so relatable for somebody that's done like an office job kind of thing. And I first watched it in English, and there's certain times that I would switch it over to Japanese because I wanted to hear the screamo, and I wanted to hear like certain words I think there's one term from it that's like pretty princessaroo or something like that. And then protein. They always say it like that. The muscle guys that are in the gym. I loved that show. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it. It's a good watch. I think there's like 3 or 4 seasons, and I watched it on Netflix. It went off a little. Okay, we're almost done. Just this one and one more, I think. And then we'll move to the foam. I talked a little much on this one, so I got a little distracted. I blame y'all. It's y'all's fault. Y'all distracted me. I went into my rants. Okay. And that is Dunskies. We'll clean up a little bit and we'll get the foam out. See, we have all of this to assemble now. We're gonna do that one first. And before we start, I'm gonna really quickly go and use the restroom and have a drink of water and everything. So I will be back momentarily. Remember to like and subscribe and whatnot, and I will be back. And the nuggets will probably follow. Right, Num Noms? Don't turn the music down. Alrighty, and I gotta get the camera so we can record it for the tutorial. I will try not to block too much. Oh, I also took my jacket off. That. One day, this will be better. Also, my shirty shirt. It's got like the little sushi here, and then all the sushis on the back. It's like my favorite, most comfy shirt. Comfy, comfy, comfy. Okay, let us, I'm gonna put this higher because I need to see. We still good? We're kind of in focus, kinda. All right, let me unstick them. So I've already done all of the contact cement glue. So contact cement glue, you can still have it on your pieces for like days, and it'll still be sticky. It just, dust and cat hair will attach to it over time and make it less sticky. So you can technically apply your glue to parts the night before, let it dry overnight, and then come back to it the next day. I'm getting all my pieces so we know which ones go to which. They shouldn't be stuck together, but they are because of gluing them and putting them on top. I know, Sushi's comfy t-shirt. I love it. I actually am like a total troll, and I mostly am wearing comfy shirts all the time. So I typically only dress up when like I'm doing photo shoots and things, and like I didn't even wear makeup today. So forgive me for being is it frumpy or slumpy? I don't know. That goes to that. That goes to that. Okay. I think we're good. I'm gonna do that. Let us begin. And I always find with attaching foam parts, it's best to use the table, because then your seams are nice and flush. So like that. And then if you have any little extras, you can just push, and then they're good. So that one, we'll do it on the other side. Done. And then I think I'm going to switch to this one and this one. And we're going to do down the center. Oh, and we switched to male breastplates now. So these are the male size, extra large. So if these all work out, then I will make them available on my website. But you know, if I don't apply enough glue, then it won't work out. That's the one problem, is when I do it in the basement, I have to use my heater. So it's slightly colder down there. So the glue sometimes does not adhere correctly. And it is, I just didn't apply it to the edge fully, apparently. Good enough. Okay. That. Do what now? Watching your live while making your own cosplay is so good. Ah, well, welcome. What are you working on? Mia? Living the pajamas. Or living the pajama life to work drape. I know. That's every day for me. It really is. Okay. We're gonna switch to this. It's always funny because my spouse will come home from work, and if I'm all like dressed up and I've got makeup on, he's like, "Oh, so you filmed something?" Like, yeah. Well, I do actually. I'll get fancy like once a week to go out and drink at the bar, cause I do enjoy going once a week to socialize with people, but just once a week. I don't want to socialize with more people than that. It's too much for me. I'm too antisocial. I'm just like, leave me alone. I just want to craft and just like live my own stuff in my way and not be judged for how I look. Oh, but yeah, these are the male breastplate pattern, size extra large, and we're using 4mm foam right now. If you do exclamation point foam, it will show you where I get my foam from. So, yeah. And then we're gonna attach these. Make sure I didn't miss anything, maybe. Cool, cool. One. This will also help me to remember how to work with foam again, because it's been a bit. Because I used foam a little bit on stuff, but not too much. So. I typically only tack my edges too, so I always go back and kind of force them together more, just to make sure. Okay, and then our last parts for this one are attaching our shoulder pieces. And this one is A to B, so we're going to do this way to this way, which is here and here. So. There. And then the other side, which is E and G. Okay. And there we go. I don't have room in my camera. It doesn't show fully. I gotta pull the camera out real quick so I can show it. Okay. Voila. Yay! Dunskies. So yeah, here's our first one. This one would be a good substitute for if you're doing like a oh, what is it called? A a Dragon Ball armor, the Saiyan armor. So you can use this as a mock-up. So yeah, for those. Okay. Put it on the side now. One done. On to the next one. No, you're so cute, Num Nums. You're so cute. I'll have to get you up later and show people so they know you actually exist. Breastplate-tacular. Okay, let me get the next parts. My nose. I think I'm gonna start with this. So we'll do these first, and then we'll move. I noticed, so when I designed this one, I noticed a lot of people were more interested in, oh, I realized like my face is cut off. Let me, better? Angie can see Seth then. I noticed that a lot of people were purchasing from my site a medium-sized breastplate, and that's this one. This one's an extra large, but I followed the pattern. So like, words. Basically, each size is supposed to be pretty much the same type of breastplate pattern, but I noticed that I had done it, the design slightly different from the medium to the large for this specific one. So I went back to the one that was based off of the medium, more of where the structural lines are for assembling. So hopefully people will like this one since it's more towards that one. Because I had people that were like buying the medium and they're like, I'm an extra large, can you help me resize? And it's like, well, one, it says it's a medium. But there was large ones also. That one would have been at least closer. Like, ugh. So, yeah. 'Tis life. 'Tis life. Okay. Time to move the camera again. And then reset. Hopefully that's not too blocking. Reminder, we're on youtube.com/Tiffany Gordon Cosplay, and that's where I'm reading chat, so go over there and subscribe. Yeah. Have you seen the new Overwatch character? Her cape looks cool. Is that the Friedra? Is that her name? I saw that new character. I thought she was really cool. She reminded me of like a huntress. She's like a mix of, oh, I don't even know. Like, I've seen her before on things, but I don't know if I'm just seeing her from like character design or what. Friedra, something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I liked her a lot. I'm not doing Overwatch right now. Besides the wings, the Mercy wings, I want simple stuff. Freya. Okay, that I would not have guessed that. Yeah. Spelling. But I'm wanting simple, fast projects right now. So no big builds for me for a little bit, at least until the Shiny syndrome hits something, which it almost did. Someone recommended, I don't remember her name, if Wizard's still on, he shared a cosplayer that did it, but coincidentally I was asking for wing recommendations And it was really large wings. I wanted small recommendations, but besides the point, she's from Baldur's Gate, I think, and I've never played it. I don't really know much about it. But she had like the crackly skin with the silver armor and these gorgeous wings, and I was just like, because I searched it on the recommendations that somebody had given me, and I literally sat there analyzing it for an hour. And when I do that, like, I start hyper fixating, and I know this is a costume I want to make, and I had to really talk my way out of it and say, no, you cannot make it right now. But yeah, that was like, I almost did. I'm like, no, I can't do a big build like right after a big build. I need to have a break. So yeah, but somebody will know it and correct me on it, please. And thank you. Yes. Okay, let's start something. It's in our Discord. So if somebody's on our Discord, you'll be able to see one of the cosplays that we showcased. So. Hi Crazy, welcome on. Crazy Monster Ross, it's been a while. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Taking each day as it goes. Some days are better than others, you know. 'Tis life. Sometimes I have to zap myself. Glad to see. Yeah, I have not streamed since. So I did one stream last week, and then I looked it up. I had not streamed since November last year. So yeah. There's Descendant wings. I don't know offhand, so I can't say. Put a picture in Discord for me, Cliff, so I can fixate on more wings. Make me change my mind, so I don't want to do Mercy wings. Ooh, this one's not going together correctly. There we go. You're good? Glad to hear. So excited to see you compete at C2 this year. Ah, Sinistra Destra. I cannot pronounce that. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names. Yeah, I'm really excited. This will be my first C2, and will most likely be probably my last competition, I'm thinking. So yeah, I'm going out with a bang of a costume that was a dream of mine that I'm really proud of. So we'll see. But I'm excited to have fun because I don't do too many conventions for fun. And so I'm excited to be doing this one for fun. I've been looking for a replacement con. So in Texas there was a convention called PAX South. And that one, because of COVID, got nixed many years ago. And that one was like my favorite convention to attend when I lived in Texas. And I went to it every year. And I would bring like one big cosplay to it every year. And so I'm kind of hoping this may be a replacement for me, since it's in driving distance. I think for me it's a 7-hour drive now from where I am in Nebraska. So that's doable. When it gets past 7 hours, I've done it before for conventions, but I don't like to. So yeah. But I'm excited. Are you also competing, or are you just gonna be an attendee for the convention? My hair is beautiful. Aw, thank you. It's a mess to me right now. I'm actually gonna be recoloring it tomorrow. I'll be bleaching it again because my roots are really bad, and I've had some weird fadage in certain swatchy niches just because I forgot I was drunk when I did it last time, because I typically am when I do my hair again. And I had hairspray in my hair. So some spots I forgot, and it didn't fully take. Whoopsie. But yeah, I'll be doing bleaching tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'll be doing blue again, but slightly different. Which, it'll still be blue, but it'll be slightly different. So, excited. Yeah. You know what Cliff is talking about? I don't know. I pronounce it perfect. Oh! Oh! Ooh. I'm surprised. I am terrible with names. Okay, so let's do the center one. That'll be the easiest for this. I am recording all this. Yes. Okay. Has wings similar to Mercy, so she is out already. Her wings were lower as opposed to Mercy's high wings. Oh, are you talking is she the... I had recommendations for, I forget what it's from, but the hip wings, where they have the words. They come out right here. But yeah, I do plan on doing a harness-like thing for that down the road, and potentially cosplay. I do want to do those. Or you're talking about, so I know there's an anime girl, she wears white and she's got horns, and she has the black wings that come out from the bum. Or the hips, I guess is better, not from the bum. And then there's a girl, I think she's a comic one, or is she an anime one too? With the green, purple, and the green, purple, and black one? Thinks. I don't remember. Honeyfro, to the rescue again! Yeah. Okay, I gotta attach this. Stop distracting me! Let me attach this and then I'll read chat again. I'm gonna have such a hard time editing this because I'm gonna be like, there's so much dead space. This is where I need just pictures constantly. And I haven't looked at Discord. Y'all probably put something in Discord for me and I just haven't looked over there. We do have an open Discord for those that are new though. If you do ! Discord here on YouTube, then you can go. But only cool people. If you're a troll and you're gonna be mean, we don't want you, so go away. But otherwise, you're welcome. Okay, there is that. Okay, read a little bit more. Not competing this year, nor will I be attending in person, but I'm definitely going to be. Oh, okay. Well, cool. Do they have like a live broadcast of the competition, or is it just like I don't know. I don't know anything about C2. Nope, not those. Yes, lower back, hips, like Morgan. That's out. Yeah, definitely share it. Share it in Discord, please. Yeah. Okay. Continuing. It's like, these are the cases where we're like, oh, let me get my phone and search it real quick. But both my normal phone and then my old phone are being used to stream right now. Albedo. Okay. Usually they stream the contest? Okay, cool. I will have to check that out so I can find video of it later. I always like it when conventions stream their contests and stuff. Unless it's like you have to pay to watch it, then I'm just like, no. Because some conventions will do that. Okay, I think that's most of it. I'm going to do a little super push on them. Boop, 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 boop. More glue! I know. I didn't put enough glue on. It's a temperature thing too, because we're still not at the correct temperature, so I'm having to heat the basement, and my glue is like 50 outside, so trying to heat everything to the correct temperature, because contact cement glue, for it to work best, is between no lower than 65, but you really want like 70 degrees for it to properly bond. And yeah, mine was not. Put her character into the introduction trailer video in the game section. Okay, cool. I will check it out after this. Let us finish this. Distracting me, distracting-roo, because y'all are distracting-rooing. This is my chaoticness of how I make things. Okay. Okay, and then the other side. When Sirna isn't in power-up mode, her wings drape down mid-lower back like a cape. When she activated in flying, the wings spread open all around. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. How am I doing right now? I'm doing okay. Just depends on the day. So I did another procedure because of the endometriosis about a month ago, because I was having issues again, and it's still like every other day, just because having issues, just because it's like a 3 to 6 month recovery period from this. And then I also have a new thing that is, it's kind of like electrotherapy. So I have these like 4 suction cups that I can stick onto me, and I do it basically where my ovary is. I'm gonna have to add more glue to that section. It did not quite hit, but I put them here, the four pieces, and then it zaps me, and it feels so much better, and it's been helping a lot. So I've been doing that like once or twice a day now. So yeah, let me move this out so I can do my final showing of it. It's like really hard to show from here, but that. That. And that. Cool. Yeah, and here's the finished one. Bonjour. Bonjour. It'll look better on a person. With the back part open, close. Okay, that one's done. Yeah. Okay, let me check the image real quick. Let y'all ascend. Oh! Okay. Wait. I'm just gonna pull it up over here. Where did it go? Mute you so I can see. Oh! Okay, so it is a different one than I was thinking. Interesting. They're like metal ones, it almost seems. It's a really pretty silhouette though. Huh. Yeah, I don't know anything about it though. But it's cool. The one, oh, let me see real quick. Where is our cosplay channel? Not cosplay YouTube. Cosplay. Finished cosplays. Because I know we shared one. That was really cool. I don't know if it's this one. Is it this one? Please don't have sound. Oh. Stupid thing. Okay, I can't open it. It won't let me with the computer. Sorry. I'll have to figure out what the other wings are in a bit. Yeah. But, what am I doing right now? We're working on breastplates, just generic breastplates. So these are for males and they're size extra large. So once I have them all assembled and then I take my pictures of them and stuff, and if the patterns work out correctly, then I will add them to my website so people can use them as a starting point for whatever they want to make. So yeah, but we just finished 2 of them, so we've got 2 more to go. So some of them I'll have to add a little bit more glue just because I didn't apply enough when I did it, and also temperature wise. So yeah, but that's what we're working on today. Nami, you are turning the music down. Oh, you turned it off. I don't know if that was the sound it was beforehand, but she just turned it off. Okay. Now this one will probably have some problems just because the pattern I received, because I had somebody wrap themselves for me and send it in the mail. Pattern I received was a little iffy in some spots, so we'll see if it works. Ooh. Oh no. There we go. Wait, what? Did the string go down for a second or something? Okay, that is that one. This one goes over here, over here. Is stuck. This doesn't help too. In general, you shouldn't stack your pieces when gluing, because it also removes the glue a little bit. But, you know, it's the easiest way to do it when you're gluing 4 different breastplates together. One goes there. No, just sound. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was Nami. She's upside down. She's been here the whole entire time, upside down, underneath my computer, and she keeps rolling on the sound wheel. Like, I'll show you. She is there. This little thing with the tail. That's about as much as I'll get to see of her. The cute little thing. She's just upside down. So this is one foot, the other bean's over here, and then her little belly right there. Yeah. She's just a happy little thing. Okay. Oh, now I made it loose. Grab it. Okay. Well, it's gonna be a little wobbly. Sorry. Alrighty, righty. Let us continue. Okay. How do I want to start this one? Oh, this one was the one. Was it? No. Wait. Was it the other one that I forgot to mark? I marked it all. I'll have to check again. There was one that I marked that didn't have, when I was gluing, didn't have the markings. And I don't know. It's all correct there. Don't let me forget, chat. I need to remember. Oh well. Okay. Back to work. Okay, and this one's actually pattern 16. My dyslexia. So this pattern is 17 pages, but it's pattern number 16. And my dyslexia flipped those because I do that all the time. So yeah. Oh well. Let us begin. And thanks guys for watching. Hope y'all are enjoying the stream. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It is free here on YouTube and appreciate the support. Okay, that. Do a little extra push on this side, make sure it is all correctly together. Yeah, that's definitely not going to stick at when we do the top part. Let's add more glue. Okay, that's one we will put to the side. And now we're going to do this part, which is this and this, and we will glue them together. Oh, for those on YouTube, did y'all notice the new thumbnail that I used for the video? And what are your thoughts? Because typically for just generic streams, I was using an image from Dress Up Darling, where she's like a teacher writing on the chalkboard kind of thing. But I ended up doing an actual image one that says live in cosplay creations or something like that as a generic one, since this isn't for an actual cosplay necessarily. The hash brown, yes. It's still on the wall, but it's slowly being destroyed by my cat. Yuki, she gets in trouble. But she likes to scratch it. So, yeah. Troublemaker kitty. Oh, no, it is this way. then go to the opposite side, do a little pushy push, make sure we are good. Okay, that one. And then we will start connecting pieces. So it'll be best to do probably this, since it's more of a curvature. So it looks nice? Cool. Yeah, YouTube, I guess, changed their... Ooh, why does that not fit correctly? There we go. I think they changed their algorithm, and my YouTube just since Christmas is kind of deadlined, unfortunately. So been trying to change it up a little bit. Like, I still have all my regulars, which I really appreciate, everybody, but it's like they just kind of stopped showing my stuff, like pushing it out. And I don't know if I broke one of, like, I'm blacklisted or something for some reason, because platforms do that all the time, or what, so who knows. Okay, that one. Understandable, everybody wants an action figure. I know. Well, she also, so I have over here on the other wall, I have the Monster Hunter Blizzarieth blades, dual blades, and she loves to scratch that as well. So she's trying to choose which weapon so she can take out everybody. Where Nami is just sweet, and she just eats paper and masking tape. Okay, other way. Make sure it's all pushed correctly. Okay, there is that. Can part came to there. Okay. Then we will connect it. How's the new expansion going for you, Adam? I know you were saying you were about to start the newest one or something like that, I think, from last stream. Yeah, this one, I may have to go back and add more glue. It does not want to connect here. Not too well. Come on. Okay, I'll have to add more glue to that one later. Okay, and then we've got other side. Still good on that. Yeah, the one part that I'm having questions on will be the collar on this one, but otherwise everything should work out fine, and it is. It's just a matter of how much glue I put on. Or not how much, but like I put a really thin layer, because a lot of times I use a normal paintbrush, and the paintbrush can really thin out your glue, and you don't want a thin amount of glue, you want an even, consistent thickness. And sometimes I don't fully do that. Okay, and that'll be another spot to add. Okay, now let's connect our top halves. Sorry, Nami. I disturbed her slumber. And the other one. Okay, so that's that part so far. Looking good, looking good. And we just have the top collar to add. And hopefully I did the correct measurements. I know the glue is a little weak on this, so we'll see. But it's been fun. We're within season 2 just started, which has been fun. I think while midnight, the next expansion will be exciting with player house. I want to do player housing. I saw one of the TikTok videos from WoW, and they were showing a little bit of the mechanics of how they were doing the housing, and you could put windows anywhere, and you could move everything with the Gumball gadgets and stuff, and I was just like, how to get me back into WoW? Yes please, yes please. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Okay, I don't think I can show this part, so I'm gonna flip to this one-ish. Y'all can see more on that because I'm gonna be doing up here. Okay. Let's see, on a guesstimate, I made it too long. Still gonna attach it just so I can see. Actually, I can lay it down. Never mind. Never mind, let me take that back. Take that back. We're gonna flip back to this camera. Flip back to that one. I was wrong. Chat was right. They knew better. Nami's hitting cameras. Okay, there. And then I'm trying to make this work when I know it's too long, and then I'm going to go back and fix the pattern after I know the correct length. So bear with me. And the glue is not strong enough. Yay. Okay, maybe not. We're back to up here. This is the part that I thought would be wrong, and I was correct. So. think it's because I had already added the length to it when I had made it originally, the extra length, because when I make patterns and stuff, I always add more material to the ends, so that way it fits correctly for the size, especially for larger size breastplates. And this one, I guess I doubled it because it's about 3 inches too long right now. So, yeah, I'll have to go back and fix that. We're gonna do real quickly. That's gonna be a cut there. This is a 17B extra. But this is what prototype's about. We're prototyping. Boop, now it's correct. Have a great day. Aw, thanks, Crazy Monster. Hope you have a great day too. So in reality, if we cut that off, there should be this much as well. Okay. So that on both sides. Alrighty. Make sure it's fully connected. And there we go. Push them out. Little parts I'll have to go in and just add a tiny bit more glue, but that should work. And that is this one. Yay, it's finished. Okay, and now we're gonna move him out of the way, and then real quickly, Nummy! Hi, Num Nums. He finally came out. Okay, for the video, so we have that one, that one, open, close, and there we go. Voila! Cool. And then we have one more left. And the last one's the most simple one. But I'll have to add a step to it after, so. Yeah, I think the housing will bring a lot of people back. Look, they've gone all out for, I know, it's, yeah. Do you know, or somebody, if the housing is, if it's going to be like, the only way I can explain it is like Genshin, where you go, you have like a floating little gem that you click, and then for Genshin it's a teapot, and then you go in there and it's your own little world, like it's a small little plot of land with your house in it, and it's secluded, not by anybody. Or is this one gonna be where here's an actual neighborhood that they're adding to the game, that your house is there and you have to go back to it? Do we know that yet? Like how this component is? Okay, and then the last one. Oh, let me switch over to this. Okay, this one will be very easy. The easiest of all of them. But it has an extra step that I'm gonna do off stream, so. Apparently it's going to be neighborhoods we can build. Ooh, okay. That should be cool. Yeah, I didn't want it to be like your own little, you just click a gym and then you, like, I think it'd be fine if it's like a teleporter back home, but not, I don't want it like in its own little floaty, like, I don't want a snow globe house. I want a neighborhood house. Ah, okay. Alright, so this line is number 3. We have number 3 here. So we are going to attach to here. Boop, and boop. And then this will get here. This is number 2, to attach there. Boop. Then we have number 4, and we will attach there. Boop. And then you have that, and then you can either attach it like that, or we're gonna add Velcro. Okay, so it's done. And I will do that on a different video. But yeah, we did a lot. But that'll be this one. Hopefully that's long enough to go around. It seems a little short still, but we'll have to see. I'll have to do a measurement later for it. But that is everything that I have for today's stream. But yeah, thanks guys for joining today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you were on Instagram or TikTok, I was actually live streaming on youtube.com/TiffanyGreenCosplay. That's where I do all my live streaming, and that's where I read chat. If you go over there, that's where all my cosplay tutorials are, not just short little 15 seconds, like full-length ones teaching you how to make your own costumes. So go over there. If you are here on YouTube, really appreciate you being here. If you want to be part of the community, subscribe to the channel so that way you can be part of our community and like the video. Helps support and helps with the algorithm, because our algorithm is right now. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody on and back in streaming again. So yeah, we've got, let's see, what's next week? We will see. I want to stream next week, but that's going to depend on Yuki. She has surgery on the 1st, which is Tuesday. So I'll have to see kind of how, like, if I need to supervise her the whole time or how she's kind of doing. My cat, she's being spayed. So yeah, poor little thing. Oh, I feel bad, but she needs it. So, but I'll keep y'all informed. We should have another Hattie Hat video coming later this week, most likely, the second part of the tutorial for those that are interested on how I made it, as well as there is going to be a convention announcement this week, not the one Daniel knows of. That is no longer happening. It is not for that. So yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, so hopefully it'll be a good week. Hopefully y'all have a good week, and thank you so much for watching, as well as a big thank you to Daniel and Real, both for the resubs. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful rest of your day. What's up, guys? End button. End.